Well, hello there, folks, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea and our meals of the week for this week. And it's lovely to see you again, and I hope that I find you very well indeed. If you're new and it's your first time here, my name's Cheryl. We're a wee family from the west coast of sunny Scotland, and if you do like these kinds of videos, please consider subscribing. Just before you go, I always start off on Monday all the way through till Sunday, and if I've done a video on anything that you see here, I will always leave it linked down below. So on Monday we had Balmoral chicken, one we haven't had for such a long time, but it's so easy to do and so very Scottish as well. It's just absolutely delicious. You can serve this with a whiskey cream sauce or a pepper cream sauce, and I've gone with the pepper cream sauce. So I've got some pan fried potatoes. That's just new potatoes finished off in the frying pan. I've got some cabbage. I always add butter and white cabbage to my cabbage, white pepper to my cabbage, and that's a chicken breast, and inside that chicken breast is haggis, and it's wrapped in bacon. And like I said, I have made a lovely creamy peppercorn sauce. Traditionally it would be a whiskey cream sauce. We're not big lovers of whiskey, although a wee drop is okay in a sauce, and for Burns night or something like that, you know, it'd be fine. But just for a midweek meal, we go with the peppercorn sauce, and it just goes beautifully with the chicken as well. One to try if you haven't tried it. It just elevates your chicken that wee bit further. And then moving on to Tuesday, a very, very simple day, and it was a very busy day as well. So I just get the jacket potatoes out. We all love jacket potatoes, and this is our absolute favourite filling. And I know that it horrifies so many of you, you know, the tuna and mayo and sweet corn inside a potato, but honestly, it's so common here. So we've got some salad leaves with a wee bit of olive oil on there. That's the jacket potatoes with a lovely crispy skin. We've got some butter in there just to melt down. Once that's melted down, I will add the filling. Like I said, we do love the tuna, mayo and sweet corn, but we also love cheese and beans, you know, something like that. A wee bit of lemon on the salad leaves, and then that lovely creamy tuna filling, and just a wee bit of black pepper on the top. I think in the States you guys call this tuna salad. I think you've said a few times in the comments that's what you call tuna, mayo and sweet corn like this is tuna salad. So I might just call it tuna salad from now on. Then moving on to Wednesday, a bit of a retro one. We would typically have baked beans, you know, with this kind of thing. But I did have some carrots and peas and sweet corn that I needed to use up. So we had those instead. And this is something that, you know, we would have had back in the day when I was a child, you know, chips, beans and pie, just a classic. But like I said, no baked beans today, but I am using up the veg that I need to use up. So that's a wee individual steak and ale pie. So it's just a steak and ale stew inside a short crust pastry, and then some chips. These are skin on fries. These are the Gordon Ramsay chip shop style chips, and they are absolutely delicious. Those are from Iceland Food Warehouse and highly recommended. I've got some steamed carrots and also some sweet corn and peas, and just some beef gravy for over the top, just to take the dryness off of the chips and veg. I love chips and gravy. And also something like this with mashed potato is also really tasty as well. Yeah, we all love this kind of thing. So comforting, so easy. And then moving on to Thursday, one of our meat-free days. We do like to try and have a meat-free day or two during the week. Doesn't always happen, but I do aim for just a wee break from the meat for a day or two. So this was one of those days. I was just going to do macaroni cheese, you know, my usual baked macaroni cheese, but I had a wee cauliflower there, quite a small one. So I said I'll just add that in as well. So we've had cauliflower, cheese and macaroni cheese just together, and then baked in the oven until it goes nice and bubbly on the top. And this one is surprisingly tasty as well. If you do like macaroni cheese, you know, try and add a wee bit of cauliflower or broccoli, something like that. It just changes the texture, you know, and the flavour a wee bit, and that's lovely. And then moving on to Friday, we had fish cakes. We were going to have fish and chips, but I had these wee fish cakes there, so I just decided to have these instead, and they were really, really tasty, and it lets me use up the rocket, because we would typically have peas with this kind of thing, but because I've got the rocket there, you know, so I'll use up the rocket instead. So these are just wee cod and potato cakes wrapped in breadcrumbs. So on with the rocket and a wee bit of olive oil just to take the dryness off, and then a couple of wedges of lemon, and those are the wee haddock I said cod, they're haddock, haddock and potato fish cakes, and then just some chunky chips on the side. And these are the Aunt Bessie's chunky chips, and these are nice, not as nice as the Gordon Ramsay chip shop style chips, which I will be picking up again from the food warehouse. And just some parsley sauce over the top just to take the dryness off the fish cakes and also the chips, because sometimes we get the melt in the middle fish cakes, but these ones are just plain. But that was really nice as well. Then moving on to yesterday, we had chicken pasta. So I got some chicken breast from the local butcher you'd have seen if you watched my wee shopping unbagging the other day. So I decided to use the mushrooms, which you'll also have seen in the wee shopping haul, and just combine everything with a lovely creamy garlic cream sauce and some fusilli pasta that I needed to use up. I had 3/4 of a bag of the fusilli pasta just languishing in the cupboard, so I decided to use that. We would usually have penny with this kind of thing, but the fusilli works really well, and it's really nice done in the slow cooker as well, with loads of cheese in there. Absolutely delicious. And then moving on to today, we had mince pie, or a mince round, which we call it in this country. And I do have a video recipe for a traditional mince round or mince pie that I've done quite a few years ago now, and I will leave it linked down below. This is one of our absolute favourites. You can't go wrong with a mince round. So I done my potatoes. I parboiled these and then I finished them off in the air fryer, just in a wee bit of hot oil, just to go nice and crispy on the outside. Some more of my usual buttered cabbage. So it's just steamed away, drained, chopped up, and then butter and white pepper added, then just stirred together. And that's my favourite way of having white cabbage. And that's a nice wedge of that mince pie just on the side, and then some beef gravy for over the top, just to soften up those potatoes a wee bit, because they are ultra crispy. Yeah, like I said, one of our absolute favourites. Really easy to make as well, and quite cheap to make these wee mince pies, so I highly recommend you give that a go if you haven't tried it. Like I said, I will leave a video recipe for that wee pie down below. So that was everything that we had this week, so thank you so much for watching if you're still here, and a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, and to the channel members here as well, for you all for watching and leaving your lovely comments, and for those that share the videos, and for those that have bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link, and those that have sent me a wee donation using the super thanks function or feature as well. It's all very much appreciated, and I'm very lucky to have you. I always feel very blessed, so thank you, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye now.